Alrighty traders, John Howell here. Market update time. I've got a bit of a bullish move across the markets today. Apart from mining sector got the bit of red there, but they're very bullish across the stock market today. But I'm not too quite sure about this bear market rally. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so before I do start guys, firstly, make sure you grab access to that free trading course. I've got a breakthrough trading course. It's got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 videos in there, maybe 8 videos long. It goes through 5 phases, and I'm giving you away free access to that walks you through the foundations, the biggest mistakes you're making, the chart reading strategies, trading systems, and a whole bunch of down home country goodness. Again, very first link in the description. It's free to help you out. So the reason why the very first thing I want to say is, guys, is that the indices do not represent individual stocks. Okay, so for example, I'm looking at the S&P 500 right now, and we are right out dead smack on a strong area of resistance, and we're likely to start to get at least a bit of a pullback soon out of this. Okay, at least a bit of a pullback where we are right now. And so what's happening here is that even though I'm expecting to see a bit of a pullback out of the S&P 500 right now, it does not mean that there's not going to be some really good bullish setups. Okay, so this is something that took me a while to understand and get a good grasp of, is that if I'm looking at the S&P 500, or I'm looking at the S&P 500, I'm like, okay, here we go. We're at a strong area of resistance. We're probably going to start to get a bit of a pullback. And so therefore, in the past, that would actually sway me to actually not take bullish setups. Oh my goodness, the S&P is going to pull back, so therefore I shouldn't take bullish trades. Wrong, right? What you should be doing is taking trades based off your system, based off your rules. So for example, the reason why I'm bringing that up is because today I had a beautiful long trade that come up in one of the stocks in the S&P 500, right? And so I got into that trade today, and it was a long trade. Beautiful trade, beautiful trade. Now, here's the thing, is that, but hang on a minute. I just got into a long trade today, beautiful long trade on one particular stock in the S&P 500. And also, I'm saying I'm actually expecting to see the S&P 500 pull back. Hang on a minute, John, but aren't you bearish on the markets? Grasshopper. Let me explain something to you. When the differences between a trader that does well and a trader that doesn't do well is the trader that does not do well, he thinks. Have any of you guys watched Top Gun, right? Don't think. Just do, right? This is the thing. This is the biggest thing that stopped me from trading, doing well for so long. Even though I think the market is going to start to pull back here, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't take a trade. If I have a system, an approach to the markets that I know that works most of the time, well, guess what? I need to step up to the plate every time without me thinking. Right? This is where, because I'm pretty sure you've done this, right? Yes, I know. I say, put your hand up. You know, if I was in a room right now doing a seminar, I'm like, put your hand up if this was you. The trade that you thought was going to run on really well, that you doubled up, didn't do really well, and the trade that you thought wasn't going to do really well, you didn't get in because guess what? Because you thought, oh well, it's not going to do really well, and guess what happened? The trade you didn't get into because you thought it wasn't going to do really well, still met the same rules, it ran on for a really big profit. And the trade you thought, right, there's your thinking stuff again, because you thought, oh, this trade is going to run on for big profits. Guess what? It was that trade that you thought that was going to run on for big profits. Guess what? It did not run on for big profits, did it? No. So therefore, what is the answer to that? Don't think, just go in, just trade all the setups, regardless of what you think, what you hope, or what you're fearful of, and then it will balance out. Now, on top of all that, make sure you've got a trading system that is giving you the advantage of having a high win-loss ratio system. So say for example, with my system, as soon as you actually, when you go to that johnsfreegift.com, link in description, and you get access to the free trading course, the very first trading that I get is access to my trading strategy that I get that gives me a really high win-loss ratio. Right, so I know that majority of the time when I get into a trade, it's going to actually make a really nice profit for me, right? So again, the trade that I got into today, beautiful. Now, here's the thing as well too, is that that's where traders go wrong when I'm talking about this sort of stuff. And again, I'm bringing that up right now because it was a really big thing that I was thinking about getting into. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm looking at even the Nasdaq, right? Look where the Nasdaq is. The Nasdaq's right at where? Right at this level of resistance, and we're having a big powering move to the upside. Powering move, right? Here we go. Power, power, power. Yeah. Firstly, this is the wrong time to be going long, right? But this is a powering up move, right? Look where we are right now. We could be getting ready for a bit of a shake and bake in the markets. So shake and bake simply means down, all right? Down. So I would not be too quite surprised to actually see that little bit of a shake and bake. Now, depending on what actually happens here, we have been going up for a while. So it's going to be really interesting to see where we're at. But right now is definitely the wrong time to be going long because we have been going up for quite some time. And so therefore, guys, it's important to understand that what's going on there. Looking at the Dow Jones as well too. Dow Jones had a bit of an update today. Again, we're right at that level of resistance. Again, a little bit higher, and we've got that resistance above there. But we're getting a very, very strong rally out of these markets right now. Very, very strong rally. Now, this actually could be the bottom in the markets, right? This could be the bottom. And the reason why I'm saying that is that I've always said that no one knows exactly where the bottom is, right? So people like you and like me, I'm like, is this the bottom? Is it not the bottom? Is it the bottom? Is it not the bottom? Is it the bottom? Is it not the bottom? Right? The big thing that I've been watching is this point through here looks like a capitulation move. So maybe that was the capitulation move before we actually start to see an overall upward trend. Okay, but I would want to see this thing start to get back above here for this thing to really start to give me some confidence of this overall thing now starting to change tune. Makes sense? And the same for, say, the Nasdaq as well too. Now the Nasdaq is probably going to do something like this. If it does pull back, then we have a bit of a move up through, have a bit of a trend line coming through there somewhere, and then we start to bounce, and then we get a bit of a breakthrough like that. If we do get something like that, then guess what? It's yeehaw grandma, yeehaw grandpa, and for you Aussies, yeehaw Glenn McGrath. All right, he was a famous cricketer for you guys overseas. Or yeehaw Roger Federer, right? For you guys that know around the world. It's off to the races, right? And that's when I'll be starting to say, oh, Donkey Kong's coming to town. And when I say Donkey Kong, guys, I'm having a bit of a joke, right? Donkey Kong simply means, Donkey Kong, what is Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong, when he wakes up, he's getting ready to eat, right? And what I mean, he's getting ready to charge. All right, I'm hungry. I've just slept. I've been hibernating all winter. Dude, Donkey Kong, is he a bear? A gorilla? Donkey Kong. Do gorillas hibernate? I don't know. Leave a comment in the section below, right? I don't know. But the reason I say Donkey Kong is because Donkey Kong, when he wakes up, he's getting ready to move, right? Let's go, move out of the way. I'm hungry, or I'm on a mission. Let's go. So when I say Donkey Kong's coming to town, it's like he's charging, he's getting ready. And if we get something like this, guess what? Donkey Kong's coming to town, because now we're starting to build a bit of a base, and now we're probably likely to start to see a movement to the upside through there. So if I'm looking at the Nasdaq right now, and I'm trying to sucker then, what's going on through here with the good old Nasdaq, okay? So I'm going to create a little parallel trend line, and I'm just going to draw that trend line down from there, okay? So the good old Nasdaq through there. Right, that's going to be my trend line. So what actually happens through here? We're squeezing up through here. Now, the overall movement is still on the downside, but again, if we do get something like I just said through there, then it's all off. Let me take that off the screen there. It's all off when it comes to that. Again, I'm expecting at least a little bit of a pullback from here soon. And then it's going to be really interesting to see, do we break to the upside? Do we not? Again, no one knows, but once again, when we're looking at the markets, was this the capitulation move? Was that the capitulation move on the markets there? Very, very, very interesting there. Let's have a look at the gold and silver now. Gold and silver market has actually been holding here quite nicely, quite strong. If we do start to see something like this on the pattern there, watch this here. If we start to get something like this, right? And then we start to get a bit of a breakdown bar like that, guess what? We're probably heading back down on gold, right? It's just a bit of FYI. If we get this pattern sideways for a few more days and then a breakdown, we're probably going to breach new lows through there. Silver Silver, we are developing this bit of a sideways movement on silver. If we continue to get a bit more sideways movement and then a break back down, again, we're still in a downward trend on silver. So interesting. The GDX is continuing to roll over. The GDX right now, I wouldn't expect it to continue down too much because we have been going down now. So I don't expect a much more downside on this here. We're probably going to get a lot more volatility, maybe a bit of a sideways movement for a while. Because we have been going down through here. We go through phases, right? We use energy when it's moving. We're refueling. We're using energy. We're refueling. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today, guys. Hope this helped you out today. Just remember, the big thing that I said before at the start is that one of the big things is that the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq is just an analysis on the markets and what I've just shared with you there. So it does not represent what's happening in each and individual stock, right? Because we can have stocks like, what's that, Enphase? Like Enphase. Look at Enphase. Enphase is at all-time new highs, right? So it's individual stocks are going to make individual patterns. Just because the S&P 500 is still down and bear market and so on and so forth, does not mean there's not really good trading opportunities with individual stocks. And we can be skewed or swayed with our thinking because we think, oh, the S&P 500 is down and it's been rallying, but it looks like we're going to go through another big crash in the stock market. Oh my goodness, I should be looking for short setups. And then suddenly we've got stocks like Enphase, and then the stock like I got into today looks like they're going to make some really big bullish moves. So really, the whole thing there is don't think, have a good system. If you don't have a good system, get your ass over to johnsfreegift.com, link in the description, and then I'll give you a good free trading course. Have some sort of approach. Don't think, just do. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.